Hello, and welcome to chapter 54 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. This one I'm naming The State of. Oh, no, sorry. Living in a state of perpetual fear. Because, I think this season is the pretentious titles season. So, first, my doing, let's get that out of the way. It's again the cactus, carbonated cactus juice drink. To be honest, I wasn't supposed to have this. It's not the same bottle as last week, it's a new bottle. That one was gone. And I was hoping that today I'm gonna finish this before I get to recording. I'm recording this at 12:42 a.m. I know. And I was hoping that it will be over by now, but nope. I had enough for one final glass, and it's kind of warm, but still tasty as fuck. And I was actually going to make some blue curacao and water, blue curacao syrup and water. But there's always next week. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot to talk about. I urge you to keep listening, and I hope that you do, because I have something kind of important to me that I want to mention. I know I've mentioned this before many times in bits and pieces, especially in season 2, but this is like a coherent version of everything that I wanted to say in those little bits and pieces. And the week that passed wasn't very eventful. I signed up for uni for my master's degree. A couple of days ago, I had a very violent cough, and I was very afraid. And generally, nothing much happened. I didn't even watch any good movies. I watched a lot of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, but that's about it. So what am I going to say if I don't have anything to say? Basically, why I don't have anything to say. I've mentioned this before. It's practically one of my catchphrases at this point, but I live in Iran. I live in the city of Tehran in Iran, and I can't talk about a lot of stuff because I'm afraid. The good thing is this show doesn't have a lot of viewers, listeners, or if you're looking at it on YouTube, viewers. But listeners. So I can talk about a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't be able to if I had a bigger platform. It's a good thing about being small and nobody listens to you. Actually, a lot of people are, and I'm very grateful for that. If you are one of the new listeners, welcome, and I do appreciate you. And don't forget to send me a message on Anchor. You can find the link to it in any of your. I know it's on most platforms. I know it's on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. You can find the link. If you're listening to this on YouTube, there's a link in the description. But for this one specifically, I'm going to put a link in the description, like telling you to listen, send me a message. Just go in the description. If for any reason you can't find it anywhere else, in the description of this episode, there is a link. You can go there and send me a message, a voice message, and I will play it at the beginning of the next episode. So the plug out of the way, the shameless plug. I feel like I can just barely mention stuff here because at the very least I don't want these on record so people can use it against me. But I can talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of when I talked about politics, about how I don't like politics, I can't really talk about a lot of political opinions that I have. I'm very left leaning, and yeah, not a very good thing in Iran. Um, I can talk about a lot of other stuff. I can talk about sexuality. I can talk about women's rights, feminism, and all of that. I can't talk about a lot of my opinions on a lot of stuff because many of them, expressing them, is a form of crime. Now, I know a lot of people, especially my fellow Iranians, will probably call this an overreaction. And they are not wrong. They are honestly not that wrong. I'm a very um, big coward. Like I'm afraid of a lot of things. Death is the biggest one, and I want to keep living. That is like my primary objective in life. I want to be alive for as long as I can. And I know drinking a lot of sugary stuff is not very um, coherent with that goal, but you gotta live dangerously. I love contradicting myself. So, I know for a lot of people it's an overreaction, but I've seen more time after time people being jailed and honestly killed over expressing their opinions. Even something as harmless as cinematic opinions. So, yeah, I can't mention a lot of them. So, that's why, I'm sorry for that. That's why most of the time I don't have anything to say. Because there are stuff I can talk about, I just can't talk about. I can talk about them, but I just can't talk about them. I want to talk about them, but I just can't talk about them because I don't want them on the record. At least while I'm in Iran, as I said, I'm hoping that one day I can leave, and if I do, you better be sure that season is gonna be filled with mostly sex stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be mostly sex stuff, but aside from that, um, there are probably a lot of controversial opinions or just very conventional opinions that I was very afraid to express before. But yeah, I mean, I live in a, to quote the meme, I live in a society, we all live in a society, but I live in a society where people like, unironically, Iranian people quote Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro as reputable sources and listen to them and form opinions on them. I've been in debates. I wasn't participating in them, but I witnessed debates where people were advocating eugenics. So yeah, I'm a little bit afraid because those assholes are in the majority. So yeah, that's why I can't talk about, and that's why I live in, to quote the, not quote, to mention the name of the episode, I'm living in a state of perpetual fear. A lot of it is not very justified. I'm afraid of fascism, which is on the rise. And I know it doesn't probably affect me in Iran. There are a lot of other things that will affect me in Iran before fascism does. But it's not comforting to know that even if I leave Iran, I might have to deal with fascism. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. I finished it. Goddamn. I know I should have made the drink no matter what. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, fascism. So, I know there is that. I know that is a probably unfounded fear, but there are a lot of other things that I'm afraid of that are very founded. I can't really mention them because, then they'll put two and two together, which I know is like asking too much of many Iranians, but I'm sorry, that was not cool. I'm angry. I'm a little bit angry because I don't have to live in fear. It's not fair that I'm living in fear, but that's the life I've known. And a lot of my friends will probably listen to this with rolling eyes, saying that I'm being a drama queen, which I'm not gonna lie, is a possibility. It's a safe bet. But I can't help it. Just because um, it doesn't happen like literally next to me doesn't mean I can't be afraid of it. And living in this state is not very good. It's not good for your mental health, which I mean you can tell by just if you're listening to this and you've been a fan for a long time, you've probably heard me go through a lot of shit. Like a lot. And it's not good for your physical health because again, I think it really helps. I have an addictive personality no matter what. I probably would have been addicted to anything, but the fact that I need that addiction right now, I can't imagine getting away from sugar, from Coke, even zero, Coke Zero, or the fizzy cactus drink, or bullet crystal syrup and water, because I can't imagine living the life without sugar. I know I'm an addict at this point, but I don't have any other thing to look forward to. The state of Iranian art scene is not very promising for young people like me, especially people like me who are, how to say it diplomatically, not in with the group. But basically, the stuff I like, they don't like. The stuff they like, I despise, and I don't want to work like that. So I don't really have a lot of choice, do I? I mean, even writing in Persian is kind of a chore for me. So I don't really have a lot to look forward to. I have my friends, and even that has seen turmoils. I doubt any of them listen to this, but I do miss them. There are a few friends that I just want to call up, like right now. If you're listening to this, Muhammad, you're one of them, and MGH, you're one of them. But I can't because the the thing is, when my friends don't feel good, I know by talking to me they will not feel better. So I can't really force them to talk to me, can I? This is a shit show. This episode is probably not gonna end up in the Hall of Fame. But I could have just not recorded it, but I wanted to. Today we are also watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like in 18 hours from now. 18? No, 7. No. Um, it's 6 p.m. So it would be like 12 or 1. Yeah, 17 hours. No, 18 hours. Yeah. Yeah? No, it's 17. 17 hours. 17 hours from now. We're gonna watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm so sorry. That was a bad thing. Why don't I edit this shit? I don't know. So, living in that state, the only thing I have that are a comfort to me are my friends. And when they are not feeling good, and I know by talking to me they don't feel any better, I feel worse. I basically become a zombie. And I know it's a problem of mine. I need constant validation. and it can get annoying. I know. Believe me, I really do know. And but when you're not feeling good, I don't really feel better. I know it's not fair, neither on me nor them, that I tie my own happiness to theirs. But the thing is, and this is completely wrong. This is me like opening up some weird shit for you. When they're not feeling good, I feel like I've failed them as a friend, which I know, as I said, it's not fair. So yeah, I live in that state. I can't do a lot of the stuff that I want to do, that a lot of other 24-year-olds do in with their life in other parts of the world that are not Middle East or Africa or Far East or honestly South America, I think. And many states in America too, and some countries in Europe, like um, what's that? Bosnia? Yeah, Bosnia. God damn, the world is the world is a mess. So yeah, I really don't have anything else to say, and I have 3 more minutes. This is where you can sort of sign off. And if you do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Share, not this episode in particular, but share your favorite episodes on your favorite social media. Just um, spread the word about the last thoughts of a busy mind. I know it doesn't sound like it. This episode is probably not it, but I put a lot of myself in this show, and I'd love to reach out to people who are feeling like me. Anyways, anyways, so I'm feeling in that state, and oh yeah, you were supposed to go. Goodbye. I have 2 more minutes to fill here, and I want to talk about something completely unrelated. Not completely, just in my head they are related, but in order to get that, you need to. In Sweeney Todd, you get what I'm talking about, Sweeney Todd, very soon. But in Sweeney Todd, there is a song called Epiphany, where Sweeney Todd finally understands that we are all in a state of perpetual misery, and they all deserve to die. We all deserve to die. Basically, that is Epiphany, that you should kill everyone, because if you're rich and have everything figured out, you've gotten to that place by stepping on other people, so you're just evil. And if you're poor and are again miserable, it will release you of your misery. So that's the song Epiphany. It's a testament to the evil ideology of Sweeney Todd. But that evil ideology, at least a version of that, got worked in Iran. There was this guy Khal Khali, 179, which is the year that Sweeney Todd came out. That was we kill all of them, we kill everyone, and if we kill people unjustly, they are martyrs and they will reside forever in heaven. And if we kill them justly, well, they deserved it. And that fear, that ideology of evil that made Sweeney Todd the demon barber, is the ideology that is the basis of Iranian regime. And that's the basis that I live under. That you kill first, then decide if they really needed to be killed. And it's not good. I'll see you next week.